If you're a young man who uses Instagram, Reels, or TikTok, by now you've definitely seen content involving Looksmaxxing. Looksmaxxing definitely gained a lot of popularity this year, and if you don't know what Looksmaxxing is, it's essentially the process of just doing everything in your power to achieve your peak level of attractiveness. The idea being that whether you are naturally physically attractive or physically unattractive, there are universal steps that people can take to increase how attractive they actually are. Now, a lot of Looksmaxxing content I don't have any issue with at all. A lot of the surface level stuff is super common sense, like if you want better looking skin, get vitamin D by going outside. Eating a bunch of junk food will make you fatter and your face more puffy. You should shower with shampoo and conditioner to make your hair look nicer. I mean, this is like super basic stuff. I even saw an Instagram reel that suggested you should brush your teeth. Like, I mean, yeah, obviously. Who knew in 2023 if you want to gain a following on Instagram by doing Looksmaxxing content, actually just tell people to brush their teeth? The rise of Looksmaxxing content is undeniably correlated with the rise of fitness content. Fitness content came first, and then Looksmaxxing content kind of piggybacked off of the fitness hype. I think the gym and fitness in general has become wildly more popular in the past 2 years, especially among young men. And this year you had people like Sam Sulek having an Oppenheimer-level blow-up. But I think around the time that fitness content started getting very repetitive, Looksmaxxing content came in to save the day. Now, it's hard to pinpoint an exact time period when the Looksmaxxing content really started to blow up on social media, but I would say it was probably around late summer of this year. And I think it started pretty healthy with giving generally good advice to young men, giving advice about what kind of colognes you should wear, maybe different style choices, haircut options, and how to build maybe a more aesthetic physique. But what ended up happening is this trend shifted more and more toward how to make your face more attractive, and this is where things got very schizo. It very quickly shifted from how can you make yourself an overall more attractive person to if you have an ugly face, you should quite literally end your life. Like, that's what I see in the comment section of some of these videos. And the quality of the advice turned into absolute garbage. Like, when it was good back in summer, when they were saying like, okay, use this to smell good, use this exercise to lose body fat percentage, drink lots of water, eat carrots, lots of different good advice, it turned into like, hey, if you're a 3 out of 10 on the attractiveness scale, you should save up money to literally get a jawline surgery. If you're having trouble connecting with women, you should have doctors reassemble your face with knives and sharp objects. Like, what the hell happened? That's one of the biggest things. So these like new Looksmaxxing accounts, they focus really on like 3 to 4 different things. The first thing is the jawline. If you have a bad jawline, these people just say it's over and you need to like, give up and die. The second one is the eye area. These people focus on like the direction in which your eyes are tilted and like the shape of your eyes. The third one is cheeks, strong defined cheekbones and hollow cheeks. Now, out of those 3 things, is there anything you can do to actually maximize any of those? Well, yes and no. The one that I think you can maximize the least is the eye area. That's like almost all genetically determined. Just like your eye color, how far apart your eyes are, the shape of your eyes, the tilt of your eyes, that's all genetically predetermined. There's like literally nothing you can do. Now, of course, cosmetically, if you have eye bags or dark eyeshadows, you can obviously do something for that. But in terms of getting, quote, hunter eyes, there's about nothing you can do besides maybe get surgery. Now, there actually is a little bit you can do to improve your jawline and cheeks, which mostly has to do with your diet. If you have a high body fat percentage, there's a chance that you have very strong cheekbones that are hidden under like a layer of fat. Same thing for jawline. So if you just like do cardio and get a better diet, there's a chance that after maybe like a month or 2 of doing that, you'll have a much nicer looking face. Avoiding junk food, avoiding soda, mostly drinking water, all good things could help with that. But I'm sorry, the most common things that are told about Looksmaxxing your face, especially the jawline and cheeks, are just not true. I'm not going to say that it's completely false, but just so you know, a lot of people that are telling you to mew who have good jawlines, they have never mewed in their life and or have gotten surgery. They'll take like a surgery before and after picture and then they'll lie and say, this is like what 6 months of mewing looks like. No, it's not. It's what 6 hours of being under anesthesia looks like. And this leads me to why I'm making this video today. There is absolutely a market for trying to solve these problems that cannot be solved without surgery. I say problems, they're not even problems. These people think that they have problems. They think that because of the tilt of their eyeballs that they're never gonna find true love. A lot of Looksmaxxing accounts will literally say they have the secret to unlocking hunter eyes, or they have the secret to getting hollow cheeks or strong cheekbones or better jawline that you just don't know about, and by buy their course and they'll tell you about it. This is a straight up scam, and we're gonna go into an account that literally does this exactly. A lot of these people literally get surgery to look better, and then they'll give you advice that they didn't even use themselves. This guy right here, Chad, is a perfect example of this. One of his pinned videos is this 3-year transformation where apparently he gets like this crazy Looksmaxxing glow up that he's gonna teach you how to do exactly like he did. Oh, look at that. Wow. Crazy progress, bro. Definitely didn't just get jaw implants. Here's the thing. I would not care if this guy had an Instagram account where he was modeling and he happened to have a jawline surgery to make himself look better, and he maybe got the modeling job he wouldn't have gotten otherwise. But the issue is he's trying to get other people to go down the route that he did, but instead of getting a surgery, he wants his viewers to just buy his courses or his products that he's selling to enhance your jawline or something, which we'll get into those products, but it goes beyond just false advertising. It goes into what I would just straight up consider to be like just straight up exploiting insecure young men, because if you're a young guy scrolling Instagram and you see these guys' posts talking about like, oh, you need to look like this to be a Chad, and you know, maybe you've never had a girlfriend, your friends have, you're a little behind, and you're feeling insecure, and this guy is telling you that it's your fault because your face is ugly or something like that, which might not even be true, but you might think that it is true because you have never had a girlfriend because you're probably young. I mean, you're young enough to be using Instagram. I feel like people above the age of like 25 to 30 don't really use it. And this guy's saying that he can solve these problems that you have by buying his course and joining his Telegram, etc. And it's just, I just think it's pretty messed up, dude. Like, this guy's customer base is all young men under the age of like 23. And if you look at the data, young men are already having a lot of trouble dating nowadays, having trouble meeting women, and even just meeting new friends. There's a male loneliness problem happening right now, and I know some people don't think that's a real thing, but if we look at the graph that I just showed earlier, it shows how young men are having less relationships with women. Now cross-reference that with the suicide rate for men being high. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's a pretty obvious conclusion there. And I'm assuming that Chad would respond to what I'm saying by defending himself, claiming he's actually helping young men by giving them the guidance they need to attract women and stuff. But not only is there no evidence that this guy can make you attractive at all, but even if you become more attractive, you will end up hating yourself in the process, becoming more insecure, and it's not even guaranteed that you'll attract more women. It's not like women only like guys that are hot. Like, I'm not gonna be blue-pilled and tell you that personality is everything, and if you're just a good guy, a nice guy with a good personality, you'll get the whatever women you want. That's obviously not true. Attractiveness matters a lot. But if you spend like all your time on this guy's Telegram just Looksmaxxing inside all day, on these like weird forums on the internet about like how to become more attractive, when you actually maybe become more attractive and you approach a woman, you will be socially retarded. You will have no game, no riz, none of that. Now, I'll come back to this point and expand on it in a bit, but for now, I want to take a look at the products that he's selling and just go over how goofy some of these are. These are so ridiculous. Now, I'm assuming he owns this website entirely or he's a co-owner on it, but this website is called Jawlines with 2 S's, and he says you can transform your face in 90 days. Now, if we go to the product section, he's selling a bunch of crap, a bunch of dog shit snake oil. First of all, we have the Jawlines Confirmed, which is a jaw exerciser, the Jawlines Beginner. We got a Gripster, which is like an arm exerciser. We got the Jawline Starter Pack, the Chad Method for Growth Taller, the Mini Ultrasound Haifu, and the Neck Hardness for Resistance Training. Okay. Now, it is glaringly obvious what the worst product is on here, the Chad Method for Growth Taller. I'm sorry, boys, but after you turn 18, you will not be growing much taller. That's just a fact. So don't even try it. If you really are schizo about your height and you want to appear taller, get yourself a pair of Jordans or buy those shoes that add like 2 or 3 inches to your height. But $32 to this random Instagram influencer will not give you the genetic secrets to growing like 5 inches taller or even a few little centimeters taller. It's just not gonna happen. And full offense, if you were dumb enough to buy this thing, you low-key deserve to be short forever, bro. Like, there's just no way you thought this guy knew something. Like, in terms of attractiveness for me, my face is like okay, but my height definitely carries. I'm 6'6". You want to know how I got 6'6"? pure luck. I got lucky, okay? Genetics. I drank a lot of milk as a child and I ate my vegetables, but let's keep it a buck. A lot of you guys did that too, and only one of us is 6'6". Now, pretty much everything else on this website is a product that already exists for a cheaper price somewhere else. Like that neck trainer, that's probably a legitimate product, but you just get it somewhere else for cheaper. Same thing with the jawline exercisers. Those are on Amazon for probably half the price. And I'm not saying that to tell you to go on Amazon and buy it. They probably still don't work. And even if they do work for some people, that's just not what this guy used. Like, he definitely got jaw implants. I'd put so much money on it. The best way I can describe it is if I bought a YouTube channel that has 500,000 subscribers for like $1,000, and then I wrote a book about how to get 500,000 subscribers on YouTube with a bunch of advice that I didn't use because I just paid for the channel. Now, going back to the point that I was making earlier about none of this even mattering if it is effective or not if you don't have any Riz. Riz and personality, I'll just use them interchangeably. They're very different, but for the sake of my point, they're the same thing. It's more or less like how socially awkward are you, because it doesn't really matter if you're like a 10 out of 10. Even if you look like one of the 3 male models that these Looksmaxxing accounts idolize, it doesn't guarantee that you're gonna get a girlfriend, bro. And we'll get into the idolization of the male models later. I think that's also interesting. But let's say that you look almost identical to Chico Lachowski, one of the most attractive male models in the entire planet, no homo. If you spend most of your time playing video games, maybe you still go to the gym, but if you're playing video games and hanging out with your friends all the time, do you think that the government is just gonna mail you a girlfriend? Like, you're just gonna wake up and have a girlfriend? Like, no, you still have to do the work, dude. And when I say do the work, I don't even mean like you have to do anything super challenging or hard. You literally need to just have hobbies or do things where you are around other human beings, because 50% of human beings are female. So quite literally, if you are anywhere at any time where there is people, 50% of those people will be women. Obviously, you know, maybe not all of them will be your type or your age, but the point is, while you're obsessing over like 2 centimeters of skin on your face, like an actual psychopath, there are guys out there who are not looks maxing, they are social life maxing, friend maxing, normal human being maxing. Can we try that? Like normal human being maxing, living life maxing, literally, no, life maxing, just doing and living life. Now, don't take this the wrong way. I know I've been like making fun of parts of Looksmaxxing in this video, but overall, I think Looksmaxxing is probably a good thing. Like, there are parts of it that I definitely support. A lot of it is like just personal hygiene, dieting, lifestyle decisions, etc. And I would totally support all those things that are helping guys, you know, maybe advance their appearance with like real attainable solutions. And I think if that's what you consider to be Looksmaxxing, absolutely go for it. Like, if you ice your face, exfoliate, moisturize, and brush your teeth, comb your hair, that's Looksmaxxing to you, absolutely, I love that, brother. Now, the last thing that I wanted to talk about is this weird obsession that these Instagram accounts have with male models. The 3 male models that these accounts worship are Chico Lachowski, Jordan Barrett, and Sean O'Pry. Most of their content that isn't Looksmaxxing is just some like edit of either one of these models doing a runway show or just literally existing and looking attractive. It's so weird. Like, I understand the point is to show like, oh yeah, look at these guys, you could be just like them if you do this and take my courses, but like in a weird way, it ends up just making them look gay. Like 99% of your content is just worshiping male models. Like, that's just weird, bro. And I would say worshiping female models is also weird, but like that is more straight than what you're doing now. Because seriously, how would you explain that to somebody? Somebody asks you like, hey, I found your Instagram account. Why is like 99% of your content some fan edit of a male model? What do you respond with? Like, I'm a big fan of him. And then they ask you, okay, well, why? What does he do? He models? Okay, so what does that even, like, so you as a grown man are a fan of another grown man because he stands there and looks pretty? I don't know, bro, kind of sus. It's not even like you're a fan of him, like, you're a straight up stan at this point. Like, this is like low-key worse than the dream stans. Like, the dream stans don't be dropping these fan edits, at least nowadays. Maybe they were back like 2 years ago, but bro, like, this is stan behavior. These guys didn't even ask for it, bro. Like, can you imagine their core fan base not being like, you know, women who find them attractive, but being like guys who want to Looksmax? And this is no hate to any of those 3 guys, you know, they didn't do anything wrong, but they're now like the heroes of a bunch of dorks who talk about like hunter eyes. Get a job, bro. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this video by giving some actual Looksmaxxing advice that you can use in your day-to-day life. And this is all for young guys, so ladies, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Icing your face tightens the skin, which can make it more attractive. So if you're going to a party, like, ice your face beforehand. On skin, vitamin D is crucial. Either take that in a supplement or just go outside, get that sunlight. I mean, it is wintertime, so sun sunlight is more scarce, maybe just take the supplement now. Eat carrots. Beta carotene is great for your skin. It also makes it look better. Facial hair can help or hurt a face. Every guy should try to grow a beard at least once, and subsequently you should experiment with different facial hairstyles. There's a lot of different stuff. Eventually you'll find one that looks best, or maybe the best option is just no facial hair. Generally, if like the bottom half of your face is asymmetrical, a beard helps. Styling your hair, you should get a haircut that complements your face shape and accentuates your best features. Do your own research on that. I can't give you the specifics. Same thing with sunglasses during the summertime and springtime. You're gonna want to get a pair of shades that again complements your face shape. Eyebrows should be combed and trimmed. Please, for the love of God, make better outfits. Like, some of y'all just do not know how to dress. Literally just go on Pinterest and look up an aesthetic that you want to replicate and then just do it. Shampoo and condition your hair. Why am I even saying this? Is so obvious, bro. Like, how do you not know this? How do people need to hear this? Don't smell bad, don't have bad breath. Necklaces and watches, depending on your outfit, can look really good. I always wear a watch. That's all I'm gonna give you guys for this video. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like. If you dislike, leave a dislike. And yeah, tell me what you think about Looksmaxxing down in the comments. See ya.